reference manual. So fluid mechanics, page number 176, that's where we are starting with this one. And specific gravity is the first definition you will see. Specific gravity is equal to density of a substance by density of water. Okay, so understand that density means mass density. Okay, delta M is difference of mass. Gamma means specific weight. These both are not the same. Gamma is equal to density times gravity. Okay, very important and useful relationship. Some questions will give you specific weight, they will not give you density. So you can understand there is a relationship here in your FE reference manual between specific weight and density. Gamma W is density of water. Again, another very important thing. Some problems will want density of water, which is readily available here, 62.4 pounds mass per cubic feet. Gamma W is unit weight of water. Okay, specific weight of water. As they were stating earlier, specific weight means gamma times gravity. Here, if gamma is going to be lbm, rho is lbm per cubic feet, gamma is lbf per cubic feet. Okay, understand that pound force is equal to pound mass into gravity. Okay, that is the relationship between pound mass and pound force. Understand this distinction. Okay, whenever they say pounds and mention something as weight in the question, that is pound force, not pound mass. Okay, this can happen in some questions, so pay close attention to that. In SI system, usually there is no confusion. In SI system, it's straightforward, but your FE will give you US standard units. Okay, that's why there is going to be some difference. Stress, as always, is almost synonymous with pressure. Change of force by change of area. Okay, same thing. Tau t, let's see, next page should be. So tau is the tangential stress component. Tau n is normal, tau t is tangential stress component. Tau t is equal to mu times dv by dy. Okay, we'll get to this relationship. dv is difference of velocity, dy is difference of the distance, mu is the absolute dynamic viscosity. There is also kinematic viscosity that is given by rho, but this is mu, which is dynamic viscosity. Very important relationships. And there is Newtonian fluid and non-Newtonian fluid. Both of them have separate tau t. Okay, this is Newtonian. They do not specify it here, but here they specified this formula as non-Newtonian. So the one on the top is Newtonian. Okay, mu is equal to F by L, surface tension. Capillary rise formula is here. Usually I never see these ones, but yeah, if they give you, you know that there is a capillary rise formula here. Difference of the pressure in a fluid. Okay, P2 minus P1 is equal to rho gh. Okay, so if the pressure is P2 and P1, P2 on the top, P2 on the bottom, difference of height is h. Okay, and their respective heights are z1 and z2. Then P2 minus P1 is equal to gamma times z2 minus z1, or gamma times h. Gamma is equal to rho g, so rho gh. Difference of pressure is equal to rho gh. Then there is manometers. Okay, usually it goes like this. At the same level, for simple manometer, P0 is here, is equal to P2. P2 is on the top, plus G P naught is equal to P2 plus rho 2 minus rho 1 GH, where rho is the density of the first fluid that is present inside here, okay, and rho 2 is density of mercury. Then what they're trying to tell you is rho 2 GH2, which is nothing but, as we just simply learnt, they are trying to do the difference of pressures, okay, but because both the liquids have two separate densities, that is why this kind of equation has come. Simply put, this is just difference of pressures between both the liquids, okay. So P naught minus P2 is equal to rho 2 GH minus rho 1 GH. Simply put, that is the equation here, okay. So since P naught is a fluid inside that they are trying to measure, so P naught is equal to P2 is the atmospheric pressure plus rho 2. Rho 2 is this density of the fluid minus rho 1. Rho 1 is density of this fluid number 1 times GH, and that is manometer. We'll do a problem on that one later. Then there is barometer. Atmospheric pressure PATM is equal to PB plus rho GH. So the way usually it works is, at the same distance pressures are equal. Usually like that is the philosophy they believe in. So for example, on a device like this, the pressure acting here is going to be atmospheric pressure PATM, okay. If you draw a line parallel here, okay, then it believes that pressures are going to be equal. But how is it going to be equal? This is a different liquid, right? So what they do is that sum of the total pressure acting from the top till that point will be equal on both the sides. So here that's going to be PB plus rho GH. Rho GH is the pressure of this mercury till here. H is the height from here to just the tip, okay. So PB plus rho GH is equal to P atmospheric, okay. That is the philosophy they believe in, okay. So forces on the submerged center, okay. We'll have a problem on this one also, okay. It looks very complex, but it is not really basic. It's basic mathematics only. Simply put, they are just like dissecting all the forces into their components and trying to equate it. We will get into it later. Archimedes principle, okay. So there is two different points mentioned about it. The one that is more highlighted in the FE is second point, but yeah, we'll get into it about that one as well. We'll discuss deeply about it to get better understanding. Continuity equation, Q is equal to AB, where A is the cross section area and V is the average flow velocity and Q is the volumetric flow rate, okay. Very important equation. Then there is energy equation. So what you see here is the energy equation, P1 minus P2, P2 minus P1, so that is equal to rho GH, which we already saw before. So same thing, that's called energy equation. So what you see here is basically modified Bernoulli's equation in case of head loss, okay, for steady incompressible flow with no energy input. If Z1 and Z2 are going to be equal, then they will both cancel out. If V1 and V2 are going to be equal, these are going to cancel out. Sometimes V can be 0, they will ask you to find V2, okay, they can play with it. And so Bernoulli's equation needs, even if you have proper understanding also, the way they will trick and twist the problem, it can waste a lot of time. So usually, like any Bernoulli's equation question, I will suggest you to do it in the end, okay, because if you start thinking, then we don't know, it's a hit or miss, okay. Even one single step, if you mess up also, it's over. So it can be time consuming, so do it towards end. There is a definition of hydraulic gradient here, and Reynolds number. This is really cool, okay. So even if you don't know something, you can always like use your control F to come here. For example, if they are asking about difference of hydraulic grade line and energy line, okay, what is it, something like that, I mean, give you options. Here it is mentioned, v square by 2g, and that's why control F, if you master it, it's very useful. If they ask you about hydraulic grade line, if you simply control F, you will come here, you can simply like read it, okay. Then there is Reynolds number. We have 5 questions and equations about Reynolds number. We will discuss it very deep, so don't worry about it right now. There are some theoretical points over here about laminar flow, fully turbulent flow, transitional flow, okay. So if you're able to, if they give you in the question or a theoretical question the Reynolds number, or if they give you all the stuff that is needed to calculate Reynolds number, and they ask you what is the kind of flow, you can calculate your Reynolds number using one of these equations. Understand there is multiple equations here, okay, so depending on what they give you. So if there is dynamic, they have one equation. If they have kinematic, they have one equation. So use the right one, and then you can compare and understand the flow. Darcy-Fishback equation is here, okay. Whenever they give you F, which is nothing but Moody or Darcy or Stanton friction factor, you can come to this equation. We're going fast because we will anyways discuss this. So that is the velocity head equation. Velocity head is equal to v square by 2g. Head loss in the fittings is equal to cv square by 2g. And depending on how this exit is happening, okay, there is different coefficients for each of these entrances, okay, and this is called a fitting coefficient, and that fitting coefficient is why they have a head loss of the fitting is equal to cv square by 2g, okay, because there could be a head loss happening, that's why, okay. Usually the sharp exit has the best one, as it keeps on curving, the coefficient keeps like changing depending on the type of exit. Flow in non-circular conduits, we'll get to that one. Manning's equation, we'll check that later. Oil phase discharge, we'll talk about that more. Multi-path problems, we'll talk about that. Yep, this one will be one of the most confusing ones. We have a problem on this one. And there is jet propulsion, heights, F is equal to Q rho V. Usually like this problem never comes, but if they ask you net positive suction head available, so you can use this formula. and then they give you like pressure head at the pump inlet and all that stuff. But yeah, usually this never comes. Fluid power, pump power, purchase power, yeah, it never comes. So if they give any of this stuff, usually like it's all very straightforward, plug in and get the answer kind of things. Okay, but yeah, they are not very important. They usually don't come. That's why I'm not discussing in depth about any of them. This is spit out fluid. We have a problem on that. When GMAT also we have a problem. Same with orifice. Different coefficients. Based on that, the formula will change. Okay, that's pretty much it. From here it's aerodynamics. But yeah, they usually aerodynamics is not into our thing. Okay, in a nutshell, that's your fluid mechanics from the FE reference point of view. Okay. Some of these questions, especially about pipes and pipelines and pipeline paths, are very important and they consistently come in the FE exam. Okay, sometimes they even give two questions about pipes, especially more than anything else. So, pay some attention. Let's start. There is question number 42 is not included as part of this notes, so remind me later. Okay, let me take a quick look at my archives and find that for you.